The name jumped out. That's a nigga.
All right, Jake, I'm filming.
So guys, I'm in the hospital. I had an accident.
Jake Paul is lying in a hospital bed after one punch from Gervonta Tank Davis. But what he said from inside the hospital changes everything about this fight. You need to hear this. What happens when hype, ego, and real power collide? This isn't just another boxing headline. Jake Paul, one of the most talked about names in sports, ended up in a hospital bed after taking just one punch from Gervonta Tank Davis. Now Jake has broken his silence from inside the hospital, and the world is asking the same question: what really happened, and what does this mean for his future? Let's break it all down.
Fight. Since you lost, what's up, Jake? Where you going, Jake? Oh, he's running! He's running! Look at him!
It all started at what was supposed to be a normal promotional event. Jake was doing what he always does, hyping up his next move, playing to the cameras, keeping himself relevant in boxing. But then everything changed when Gervonta Davis walked into the room. Suddenly, it wasn't about promotion anymore. It was about pride.
How about Jake? What do you think of Jake?
Clown.
Yeah.
He's a clown.
Would you look at it as a joke if someone, if your team was like, yo, we want you to fight Jake Paul? Would you be like, come on, man?
I laugh at him. Like, you want me to fight him?
You think it'll ever come to the point where you're going to mix into, I mean, you're obviously doing the real shit, but will it ever mix into the point where the money's big enough
Yeah,
for
would you ever
to
do a
take-
fight like that?
I feel as though in my career, I can't do that right now.
The rivalry between Jake and Tank has been boiling for years. Jake mocked Tank publicly, calling him overrated, too small, and too protected. Tank hit back by saying Jake was just a YouTuber pretending to be a boxer. Neither man ever backed down. When they finally came face to face, years of tension exploded.
Oh, Lord. I'm sorry. I'm just in a silly, goofy mood.
Witnesses say Jake leaned in close and whispered something to Tank. Some believe it was about Tank's legal issues. Others think it was a jab at Floyd Mayweather, Tank's mentor. Whatever Jake said, it hit Tank hard. His expression changed instantly, and then it happened. One punch. Fast, precise, and brutal. Jake collapsed before anyone could react. Security scrambled, cameras shook, and the room exploded into chaos.
Gervonta Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. Like, I'll be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
is there a height limit in boxing?
Paramedics rushed in, and Jake was taken to the hospital. Doctors confirmed he had a concussion and a fractured jaw. From the hospital bed, Jake fired back. He said Tank made a huge mistake by hitting him outside the ring because now he'll finish it inside the ring.
I'm fighting Gervonta Davis
Okay,
on
wow.
Netflix. Let's go. People think that he could actually beat me, and people think he could outbox me, and he's so powerful and this and that. That's what makes it a good fight. November 14th, Netflix.
Jake mocked Tank for avoiding real boxers like Shakur Stevenson and Lamont Roach. He promised to expose him. And in classic Jake Paul style, he turned the whole situation into motivation, painting himself as the underdog warrior ready to fight Tank anytime, anywhere, at any weight.
Who were you gonna call out? What was the plan originally?
I think he was here. He came in my locker room.
Shakur Stevenson?
He wasn't in my locker room.
And Jake Paul?
Next question.
But to understand why this is bigger than just one punch, we have to rewind. Before Tank ever thought about Jake Paul, he had unfinished business. And that unfinished business was Lamont Roach.
Oh, nice double left hook by Roach to the body and then to the head, right at this. Oof. And oh, Davis just got backed up with a counter right from Roach.
That's a big moment in the whipping left.
Oh, and that Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach clean with that.
He took a knee.
He took a knee. What is he doing?
He forgot his.
Oh, combination from Roach. Oh, had another right left by Roach. Nice comedy back just over around 11 as well.
Maybe he didn't call.
Davis fighting on even terms here in the 11th. Both of them have landed.
Has to keep doing that. Roach said the familiarity knows his weaknesses. It's one thing that's.
The decision is a majority draw.
Tank was supposed to dominate Roach. Instead, Roach gave him the toughest fight of his career. Many fans believed Tank was lucky to escape with the win. That night, his aura of invincibility cracked. The man who terrified divisions suddenly didn't look untouchable.
Tank did that, so I know the got in his eye, but they should have countered it. Would have countered it, it would have went to Lamont Roach. What I didn't like about Tank, he was gassing up Lamont Roach way too much, and he was already talking about like retiring.
He seemed a little distracted in the fight.
That wasn't the same Gervonta Davis we're really used to seeing.
This lets you know how corrupt like these burning bodies are, bro. If that dude took a knee, not only did he take a knee, he's like, hold on real quick. Let me get this out of my eye. How is that not a point? Like,
you know, funny thing, bro, that's why I cut my braids off. I had braids, and I had the same thing. I went through the same shit. When I fought Andre, that shit was burning my eyes, so I cut that off.
And here's the twist: Roach had a rematch clause. He knew fans would demand a second fight if he pushed Tank to the limit. He was right. People wanted answers. Was Roach the man who exposed Tank? Could Tank prove the first fight wasn't a fluke?
I already signed. My first contract is signed for an immediate rematch in the case of a draw or if I win. So I'm already contractually signed to a rematch. It's on him. I hope we can get it done because I want to show the world again that that wasn't a fluke.
But the rematch never happened. Roach was left frustrated, calling Tank a coward for avoiding him. Instead of proving himself, Tank pivoted and signed up to fight Jake Paul.
I gotta ask you, how real or what was to it with you and Tank actually being a thing? Was that something that was talked about?
Yeah, no, it was highly talked about and in negotiations and almost ready to make happen, but he has to do his rematch with Lamont and get that W, and then we'll be able to run it back. But me and Gervonta.
For Roach, it felt like an insult. For fans, it looked like Tank was running from redemption and chasing money. That's the shadow hanging over this fight. And Jake? He didn't come like a normal opponent. He came with insane demands. Jake wanted the fight at 195 pounds. Tank usually fights at 135. That's a 6-division jump. To put it simply, that's like asking a lion to fight a hippo.
Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. They just announced the fight. What's your instant reaction to that?
I don't know what's going to happen with a 135-pounder going up against a 200-pounder. I think it's not a real fight. Jake just too big. Tank ain't gonna be able to get in from that jab. Jake, and one good punch on Tank, it's over with.
No headgear, no shortcuts, pure knockouts. Not traditional boxing, more like a sanctioned street fight. Jake is betting on his size advantage. Tank is deadly at lightweight, but at 195? He's never been tested.
If you do fight, what weight would it be at?
195. It would be an exhibition.
Okay, so it was going to be an exhibition, not sanctioned, but no restrictions. You can knock each other out and shit like that. It was going to be at a catch weight of 195 pounds, 10 rounds, 3 minutes. I've been trying to figure this out. Why was I a Tank hater for wanting to see Tank go up 5 pounds to get some smoke with like Teofimo Lopez or something? I just wanted to see him go up 5 pounds and fight Teofimo Lopez. And all of you were saying, you want Tank hurt, Showbiz. You a hater. You want him hurt. Then I'm convinced, okay, he's too small, but he can fight Jake at 195?
Fans are divided. Some say Tank is crazy for agreeing. Others say Jake is hiding behind his size. But one thing is clear. The weight difference makes this fight unlike anything boxing has seen in years.
Thoughts on Jake versus Tank?
This is just a money grab. Tank is in the news for bashing his missus. He obviously needs the money, and Jake Paul is the money fight in boxing.
How the hell do you go from potentially fighting a heavyweight in Anthony Joshua to now going all the way down and facing Tank Davis? That's a major weight drop. It's an exhibition, so it's not a real fight.
No, so apparently it's going to be a hybrid, which just means it's bullshit.
Yeah,
But Netflix are in the entertainment industry. We all paid to see Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson at 60 years old fighting an old man in a walker. Now you're going to see Jake Paul fight Tank Davis. And I'm going to be honest with you, Jake Paul should be the favorite. He's got the weight advantage.
Size advantage.
He's got the size advantage.
Reach.
Say what you want, it's going to be an entertaining fight.
I mean, this is a real boxer. People are asking, fight a real boxer. This is one of the best boxers in the world. But the fact that it's an exhibition, it just takes away from it.
Here's the harsh truth. Tank Davis is not the same fighter he once was. In his prime, stepping into the ring with him felt like stepping into a nightmare. One mistake and you were done. But that fear factor? It's fading. Instead of chasing legacy fights, Tank looks more interested in big paydays and headlines.
Tank is done. Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up, he done. Tank is done.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore or not?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something solo, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, get him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
Even his body language has changed. The killer instinct isn't as sharp. Critics say he's more focused on Instagram, money, and lifestyle than proving he's still the boogeyman of boxing.
Gervonta Davis's guarantee.
I call bullshit.
Me too.
I call bullshit.
$200 million is a lot of money.
That'd be the most any athlete's ever made in one event, in one night. Where are they getting that money?
I mean, it's Netflix.
Okay. Mike Tyson didn't make that. Jake Paul didn't make that.
No. $20 million, I would believe, not 200 million.
20 million seems realistic.
That's a lot.
Even because Netflix is bigger, but there's no pay-per-view model. So, and Gervonta is a big pay-per-view draw, especially for being a lighter weight class.
Yeah.
So 20 to even 40 I can get.
Oof, that's a lot.
40 I can understand.
When push comes to shove, though, like 20.
Like Canelo's getting that 40.
Yeah.
But Gervonta Davis, especially on Showtime, he's a big pay-per-view star.
Yeah.
He's a knockout artist. 200 mil is just completely false.
God, Jake is so much bigger.
Yeah, man.
I mean, so much bigger.
I don't get it. If he thinks this is going to make him legitimate in boxing, I just don't get why he do it.
And that's why the Jake Paul punch matters so much. It's not just another fight. It's a symbol. Tank Davis is putting himself in situations where the risks are huge, but the rewards aren't about legacy, they're about clout.
It would just be sad that if Tank Davis' boxing career, real boxing career, championship is over because, of the Jake Paul fight. It would be sad for boxing. I don't know for that to be the case. But if he make, in excess of 30, 40 million.
They reported $40 million.
I don't know what kind, I don't know what he does after that. Does he come back to boxing and defend those titles? I don't know, bro. So I don't know if could this be the last time we see Tank Davis in a real championship fight? Was Lamont Roach the last fight we see of him like that? I don't know. But if it is, that would be a tough pill to swallow for boxing fans.